All right, welcome back to the Fourth and Wrong podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Colin, Dallas, and Donnie. We are in the dead zone of the off season. Not a lot going on except some contracts, release, trades. The official new year of the NFL technically starts, I believe, is it March 12th, March 14th? It's next week, I believe, or sometime next week. And that's when hopefully all the free agents that are free agents will officially become free agents, so people can start signing. Trade market officially will open up, and that's really when a lot of stuff will start breaking free. The combine is going on. But not really. I've never been huge into watching the combine. I'll see clips on Instagram and Twitter of great things that happened, but I haven't seen any amazing things. I saw a couple people perform or run their 40-yard dashes and stuff like that, but again, not super huge in the combine. But once we get closer to the draft, maybe it'll be something more we hear a lot more about. But we do have a lot of just random NFL news stuff to cover today. Some stuff regarding the Lions, or things that could happen with the Lions, and then some other big news things around the league. Number one, sounds like after all the week of sounds like Stafford might be leaving, he looks like he will be staying in LA, and he should be getting a contract. I don't think he's gotten a contract yet, I don't believe, but it looks like the Rams are going to negotiate with Stafford.
I do think that's the smartest move for the Rams and Stafford, honestly.
After the year they have, I think they could go win now, and I think that's what they need. I think keeping Stafford, like, why get rid of Stafford right now?
Yeah.
I don't even think they'll get as far as what they did this year in terms of, like, almost beating the Super Bowl champs. But, like, if you would have let Matthew Stafford walk out of the door, that would have been the dumbest move in the last couple of years, honestly. And I'm not even saying that as, like, a Stafford guy. Just to get that close and then let your quarterback leave the building with no succession plan, it's like, that would have been.
It's not like a Rodgers situation where he played bad. Stafford had a really good year, and he still looks good. He still looks
a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, he still looks great, and he's still performing at a high level. So there's no reason, if it was to the point, like, now I would think that the Rams should give him maybe a 2 to 3 year contract. And if this year doesn't pan out well, or the next year, then eventually you can trade and get something for Stafford, or he might be just done in 2-3 years probably. But there's just no reason to get rid of him. I would say he's performing well, so why get rid of a guy that's gonna go to another team and play just as good, unless you go to the Giants where everybody dies. So, but
everything that I read, that the Giants were the most serious team. They met his number, and they met the draft compensation. They just, I think
Colin Coward said it was the Giants that were the most serious, and then Raiders were also right behind him.
Yeah, well, I guess, like, the Giants, like, legit had it in place. I think Stafford realized, like, okay, I think it got down to the line, and it's like, okay, the Giants are meeting the money and meeting what we want. Do you want to go there? And I think he was like, I think I'll take 10 less mil to stay in LA. It's not even that. I don't even think it was so much the team's better. I think it's just like, I wouldn't want to move cross country again.
Yes.
And have to play outside and have to play for a questionable coach. It's like,
as much as we give the Giants the absolute shit, I think Brian Daboll's a good coach. Malik Neighbors is a dog. Honestly, Stafford with Neighbors would be the most dangerous guy. And Wan'Dale Robinson, he would have a great wide receiver room. Just wouldn't have a running back that great. Honestly, it wouldn't be that bad. I think the Giants and Stafford, because would they have to give up their top pick probably for Stafford? Or
definitely.
Even if they do, I mean, like, my thing is, I think he takes them from, what they have, 4 wins this year. Yeah. I think he would take a team like that from 4 wins to 9 wins.
Yeah,
but it's like, that division's harder. He's playing outside, and
by the time you build a high enough team to perform with him, Stafford's gonna be done. Like,
this year would be a building year, and then next year would be kind of like your all-in year, and then you're going all in with a 39-year-old quarterback. It's like,
if Stafford was at least 3-4 years younger, yes, give him anything he wants, because then the Giants can do what they can the next couple of years, fill in where they can, but they'll have the money. They'll build pieces, and then in 2-3 years, they would be amazing. But Stafford just, unfortunately, isn't that young. And we already know that Stafford was questioning leaving and retiring this year. So you know he's got 2-3 years max left in his NFL life.
I think the Steelers were crazy for not meeting what the Rams want.
Okay,
The
Steelers and Stafford would definitely. I thought I'd never have to say that Stafford would carry somebody, but Stafford would make Mike Tomlin look like the best coach of all time. Because the Steelers would automatically play Super Bowl contenders, in my opinion.
If you could give Matthew Stafford a lock top 5 defense, and then you give him George Pickens, and honestly, whoever the fuck else they have. Like
George Pickens with Matthew Stafford would be the craziest thing ever. Because literally George Pickens is one of the best jump ball receivers in the NFL, and he just gets open. So, and we know Stafford is the best at putting the football that bitch up. We know that Stafford is the best at putting the football where the wide receivers need to go and get it. Bro, it would be the wildest thing ever. If they should just the Steelers should have traded a first-round pick and Najee Harris for Matthew Stafford. Get rid of
Not that valuable.
Get him out of there.
Not that valuable.
That's too much.
Get him out of there.
Why would they trade for a third-string running back?
That's true. Jalen Warren is the starter.
Matthew Stafford wouldn't want to go there. He'd be like, "You're trading away the only good player I have on offense. Like, I'm not gonna."
They're keeping Pickens. I don't.
You know who would shine on that offense with Matt Stafford is their 6'8" tight end. I can't think of his name.
Pat Freiermuth.
No, the
other one.
The other one.
Connor Hayward.
Oh,
is he on the Steelers? I thought.
Hey, let's go. Connor Hayward mentioned. Let's go.
Darnell Washington. I think Darnell Washington.
Yeah, Darnell Washington.
6 foot, the guy that. Yeah, that would have been awesome. But in other news, Saquon Barkley, after an amazing year, gets a massive contract. I actually don't know the number off the top of my head. Let me grab it real quick.
I didn't even see the number. I just saw that he was the highest paid.
It was like 2 year, 41 mil, 36 guarantee.
It is a 2-year, $41.2 million contract extension. Makes him the highest paid running back in NFL history. And he's the first NFL running back to get paid over $20 million a year. I always said that running backs get paid a little much, but honestly, that's probably worth it for him because it's Saquon Barkley and he's unbelievably good. So
I think he definitely set the bar for running backs getting paid, and definitely I think running backs will start getting a pay bump now because not only did you have Christian McCaffrey help with that, you had Derrick Henry help with that, you got now Saquon Barkley. The value of the running back the last couple of years have been skyrocketing, and it's going to help these guys get paid for sure.
Yeah, Derrick Henry's longevity and Saquon carrying the Eagles, like being the final piece to a Super Bowl roster, I think that could save the running back position from a contract standpoint and a draft standpoint. Because now this is a deep running back class, and we're still talking about 2, maybe 3 guys going in the first round, which that's crazy. I mean, the last year that I think of that 2 running backs went in the first round is when it went Bijan and then Gibbs got shockingly picked in the first round, and everybody thought that was crazy. So
I think he was gonna get picked in the first round regardless, but hey,
I mean,
it'll be Genty and Scatabo this draft.
Yeah, Scatabo ain't going in the first round though. There's a guy from UNC. There's a guy from UNC who's like highly touted. I saw somebody say that some GMs don't even have Genty as RB1 on their boards because that guy from UNC is so good, like in the pass game and stuff. Yeah. So the fact that Genty had the year he had and he might not be the first running back taken is crazy for like the draft perspective.
Yeah. In other news, Darius Slay, cornerback for the Eagles, after his Super Bowl win, gets released from the Philadelphia Eagles. As I was reading, and it has absolutely nothing to do with his play of football. Darius Slay is 34 years old and is still playing at a cute CB1 position on the Eagles, and is still playing very well on the Eagles at 34 years old. He made a Pro Bowl last year. He is still very good, even at his age. And usually with a corner position, skill position like that, at 34, you're seeing them decrease a lot. And he has played very well. And he got released more or less probably because of a contract age situation. The Eagles have a lot of people they had to pay, and Saquon being one of them, as we just talked about. So 34 years old, wants some money. Honestly, for the Eagles standpoint, this makes sense. Go out and draft a young corner. You got to get rid of the older ones. But in other news, a team that is looking to go out and win now, a team that could use some depth at cornerback. The Detroit Lions, former Detroit Lion Darius Slay. Why not make a return? Like, you know,
he's publicly said he wants to.
He literally, and that's why I've always liked Darius Slay, because it's shitty as we dare speak his name on this podcast, but Matt Patricia was the main reason he was.
Shout out to Ryan Day.
Not the main reason. Not the main reason.
There's no way we just gotta shout out Ryan Day on that in that whole spiel.
not the main reason. Literally the only reason.
You know, coaching in football again.
He has said on. I remember he said on Amon-Ra St. Brown's podcast. He goes, "If it wasn't for Matt Patricia, I would have stayed." He's like, "Seeing your guys' team now, I would love to be there." He's like, "I didn't want to pick up and move." Like, he's like, "I wanted to be a Lion for life, but I had the worst coach of all time coaching me." So I was like, yeah, I honestly cannot blame anybody in the Stafford era, or in the Stafford era, the Patricia era.
Potato.
In the Patricia era for leaving. Like, you really can't. Except for Kenny Galladay. Fuck you, Kenny Galladay. But, yeah, so why not bring him in? You know, with Carlton Davis going to be a free agent, but we should sign him back, I believe. But even if we do sign him back, with what happened last year, and Terry Arnold looked decent, especially he looked better in the second half of the year, but he's still learning.
Still a rookie. He was a rookie.
And I know that Amik Robertson's injury was like, it hurt. I'm pretty sure he broke his arm. Yeah. So who knows how quickly he'll heal. But bring him in.
He'll be fine by next season.
Yeah, bring him in. Like Carlton Davis, Darius Slade, Terry Arnold, Amik Robertson. Like, if we have Amik Robertson, we still have Ennis Rakestraw, who was injured all last year. If we have Ennis Rakestraw and Amik as our CB 4 and 5, I feel good. Like, I would absolutely be okay. I know, like, people aren't gonna we're not gonna get to see him on the field as much, but we can't have, which the injury bug just sucks. But we can't have the injuries, which 2 years ago we really just didn't. We had literally 2 starting corners. We said Cam Sutton and then Jerry Jacobs, and that was it. And then after that, and then Jerry Jacobs sucked, and then that was it. So it's like, okay, we didn't have any depth. This last year, Brad did try to actually make depth. It just didn't work out, and people got injured really badly. And honestly, it was fine when it was Carlton Davis, Terry Arnold, and Amik. But then as soon as Carlton Davis got hurt, everything went downhill. We just looked like shit. So, but, and in the, I don't want to put this out in the world, but in the crazy world, if Kirby or Branch, if they're due for an injury and they get injured, we gotta have that depth. Like, if someone can move back there, or we can play anything else. So why not bring him?
Slay could maybe convert to safety, especially getting older, losing a step. Like, he might not be perfect, but I want Darius Slay back so bad. I'm 100% in on Darius.
He would be week one. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck introduction would go crazy. I don't give a fuck how he plays.
I don't give a fuck how he plays. I don't give a fuck what the contract is. I just want the nostalgia of Darius Slay back on the team. I love that man.
I have literally, you can't. Right there. That is a Darius Slay signed football in a case that I got back in 2017.
It is so rare. It is so rare from that era of the Lions, outside of Matthew Stafford, somebody that like vocally said, "Yes, I want to be in Detroit." Like, that is the craziest. It's like that man had every reason to want to leave, and yet he wanted to stay. So bring his ass back.
Might as well. Bring him back. Reunion Super Bowl, because we're trying to make that Super Bowl run this year. We don't need everybody we can get. We're going to need everybody we can get. Devontae Adams was released from the Jets. So Rodgers, Adams, both gone. Rodgers, we all know what is going to happen with his career. Devontae Adams definitely can go to a team and like, he can be a DeAndre Hopkins. Like, he can move and he can play. Honestly, I think he's probably still got more in the tank left than DeAndre Hopkins. So you put him on a team that is good, like the Ravens,
right,
or the Bills, or Detroit. That'd be crazy. But you put him on any of those teams that have good quarterbacks and have a great team. They're just looking for a veteran wide receiver or someone in that veteran room that can perform and give advice. Devontae Adams is definitely that guy.
I kind of wish he would go to the Rams. Like, I know he wants to be on the West.
A huge spot.
Yeah, if they get rid of Cooper Kupp, definitely. Give him to Bryce Young. Go to Carolina.
Yes, absolutely.
Go to Carolina. On the West Coast.
Panthers would be Super Bowl contenders if that.
He wants to be on the West Coast. Is the only thing. Like, he said that. I think he's either just going to tail Rodgers, go wherever he goes, or I think he's just going to go somewhere warm that pays him a good amount of money. So
San Francisco.
What's the chance of him going back to Green Bay?
I mean, I heard somebody throw that out there, but I just don't
if he wants to play with a UFL quarterback, that's on him.
I'm saying, I think the Packers are like 3 deep at wide receiver. None of them are like great, but they're all okay. So
they literally have just wide receiver twos on their team. They don't need another wide receiver two.
a random team I could see him going to. I think he could end up going to like the Cardinals. Imagine him with Marvin Harrison. Like that's a warm weather West Coast team that he wants.
In a dome.
Like, I think that's kind of sweet.
That'd be pretty nasty, I ain't gonna lie.
And
that or
what do you think, Colin?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't out at the last bit of that.
Dude, I didn't think anyone was gonna ask me.
Bro literally goes, no, I think Stafford, the contract. It's like, Colin, that was 4 subjects ago.
You talking about Adams?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Jamal Adams.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. He's like, Jamal Adams would be pretty good.
I think he'd be a good culture fit for Detroit, honestly. No, I definitely don't think Green Bay. I think Green Bay would be a bad landing spot. Like you said, Jordan Love is.
Can you elaborate?
What do you mean?
Why? Bad landing spot?
He literally was in the middle of explaining.
I need to elaborate more.
Well, I agree with what you said.
Now.
You know, Jordan Love isn't doing much at quarterback.
Can you elaborate on that?
Okay.
Do I really need to? Or do you want me to go?
Colin, I need you to see you get involved.
Yeah, we would like to see some numbers behind your. You are the reporter out of all this.
I'm trying to work ahead on some stuff for tomorrow for my.
Loose man.
My MSU report.
MSU report. So fast.
What about a team that just lost a wide receiver in the 49ers? Devontae Adams?
Is Brock Purdy really better for Devontae Adams than Jordan?
Is what Colin's input on that was.
I didn't say it like that. All right.
Yeah, you did.
I saw somebody talking about the Niners. Somebody from the Niners. I don't know how official this is, but the Niners have been one of the top teams the last few years in. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's like true cash spending in terms of like cap space, and like everyone's kind of getting old and stuff, and like obviously shit hasn't gone the way they want it to go. Now everybody's getting old and hurt, so I don't think the Niners are really gonna pay anybody. I think they'll pay Brock, but like I don't see them like going out and actively being in on any big name. I just think I think they're going to kind of roll it back this year, and then if it doesn't work out, I see them kind of blowing it up. I don't see them getting like a Devontae Adams or any big name.
All right.
But like, who do they really got to like try and like compete this year?
I mean, they have the team that they've had outside of Deebo Samuel now.
I guess.
In theory, the defense isn't really losing anybody, and you're getting Robert Saleh back, so the defense should be better. And then it's like,
true.
And then it's like
they don't. The Niners don't do anything for me.
Yeah, I'm not scared of the Niners. I'm saying for their logic, they're probably like, okay, defense is going to be better, and then if you believe in Brock Purdy, like Brock Purdy with a ragtag,
sounds like they do.
Weapons, which when I saw that his contract negotiations are starting around $45 million a year, which
that sounds right.
Honestly, if I was Brock Purdy and they brought me $45 million, I'd probably tell them to go fuck themselves. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you think is gonna happen with Sam Darnold? I know this is like kind of unrelated.
Well, can we stop? Can we talk about the conversation we're on, Colin? We got a script to go by here. Gosh, this man gets involved.
We're just talking about
he wants to jump from conversation to conversation.
I think
it's related. We're talking.
While we're moving on, I guess apparently Colin wants to send us off.
They're not tagging Darnold.
They're not tagging Darnold.
Right.
But it sounds like he's going to be the QB.
But where do you think he's going to? Does he still have another year in Minnesota?
I don't see why not.
You asked the question, you should know.
Well, I guess he could be
fine.
Just because they don't tag him doesn't mean that he couldn't agree to a new deal.
I think
I just was envisioning them not tagging him as them moving on from him. But
speaking of tagging, the Bengals franchise tag T. Higgins
again.
Year in a row.
Which is the most wild thing ever. And
I feel like that.
I feel bad for T. Higgins, man. This man. I feel bad for T. Higgins. I feel bad for Bengals fans because this is just absurd. Like, man, get this man a contract. Either get rid of him or pay him. Like, stop. Like,
they're gonna trade him. I think they tagged him to trade him. I don't think they're gonna even let him play on the tag.
For what? 1 first-round pick? Like,
I mean, they're not even gonna get anything close to that. I don't think.
Oh, I think they'll get a first-round pick for him.
I think if you, but they have no leverage, like contract-wise. Like they literally have no leverage.
Yeah.
I just hate franchise tags, man. I feel like
so shady.
It is. It really is.
I like franchise tags, but like I get obviously why it fucking sucks.
2 years in a row was wild.
I feel like you're only allowed 1 franchise tag per contract. Like,
yeah, I agree.
You shouldn't be able to just keep franchise tags.
Well, technically, this franchise tag is a new contract, so
you shouldn't be able to franchise tag someone twice.
Especially in a row.
Yeah.
You can do it up to 3 times, I believe.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's crazy.
All right, well,
T.
Higgins
Higgins do it once, and then if he don't get a new deal after that year,
T. Higgins has
he's gone.
tag.
Like, sorry.
Yeah, but he's getting paid pretty handsomely. It's not like he's getting the vet min on the franchise tag. Like he's getting paid pretty fucking good.
The vet.
Yeah.
Speaking of vet min, Jamal Williams was released from the New Orleans Saints after a lackluster 2-3 years of absolutely nothing while he was there. We don't need him, but bring him in. Like, fuck it. Like, on our Super Bowl run, you know, he was a great piece of this rebuild.
I didn't like his exit.
I didn't like his
exit. He kind of talked a little bit of shit coming out of Detroit.
The fact that man got the exact same contract that we gave David Montgomery that offseason is fucking absurd. And now we're sitting here talking about David Montgomery as like a top 15 back, and Jamal Williams doesn't have a job. That is so, like, we were all mad at the moment because like Jamal Williams was like a good dude and like everybody likes him, but like that was a hell of a big brain move. Like that
I was gonna say, it's almost like Brad Holmes is good at
both were big brain. Like the running, everyone was like, man, this running back room is great, Swift and Jamal Williams, and then we went and got Gibbs, Montgomery, and they're like, what are we doing? And now we have the best running back room in football, a top 15 running back and a top 5 running back. It's like, yeah, it's fucking wild. Like Brad Holmes, you can't ever doubt this man.
But I think he's better than Craig Reynolds. Like if he's willing to play special teams, I would bring him in as RB3.
Brad Holmes would tell me to quit my job, and I'd be like, fair, I'll do it.
I think he's better.
Is he going to be willing to play special teams?
See, I don't know. I think.
Do we want him to play special teams?
Right.
I think he's a little bit too.
I don't know that man has ever played special teams in his career.
I think he's not as good of a running back as what Craig is. Like I think Jamal Williams is.
Craig's definitely a better blocker.
He's a goal line merchant for sure.
Yeah, he's a better blocker. He's good on special teams. Like I just think we use Craig Reynolds a little bit more. If he's willing to like be a practice squad and like a fringe roster guy, I'd bring him in as like RB4, like in case somebody gets hurt. Like Jamal Williams is a good dude.
I kind of like Jamar Jefferson though. Honestly,
I do like him too, but he's never really going to get a shot. That's the only problem with him.
Oh, shit.
Marshall, I got a question for you. How much would you be willing to give up to trade for Amir Abdullah?
Oh, dude. Oh, dude, you don't even understand. All right, let's put this into perspective.
Dallas, you gotta clip that. You gotta clip the crash out.
I would say,
what was that?
Take out. We trade a 2nd-round pick, David Montgomery, and
whatever the fuck just happened on Donnie's screen.
A 5th round, a 2nd, a 5th, and David Montgomery for Amir Abdullah.
You're getting rid of David Montgomery?
Oh, dude, if we get Amir Abdullah, you don't need David Montgomery.
That's true.
If that trade was to come through my phone right now, I would go and grab a gun. I'm not even fucking. I would.
Okay.
Like,
no hesitation.
You don't need David Montgomery when you have the best power back in the league in Amir Abdullah.
I would be okay with them trading for Amir Abdullah if they were like, okay, like we are forcing you into retirement. That would be the only reason I would be good. You either.
Plus, does David Montgomery also play special teams kick returner? No,
because he's one of the better running backs in the fucking league.
Yeah, and Amir Abdullah plays both.
He doesn't have to.
He's the best utility player in football.
Look what you did, Colin. Look what you started.
Best utility player in football, Amir freaking Abdullah. Amir Joseph Abdullah is the
We
best.
don't need Amir Abdullah to play special teams or anything. You know, I can
Big Ben legend.
fucking Kennedy, the best special
Oh,
teamer.
okay, yeah, there it is. I forgot. A second, a fifth, David Montgomery and Tom Kennedy for Amir Abdullah.
If you guys are bringing up Amir Abdullah, I get to bring up Tom Kennedy.
I think that's
That
a
is
1-to-1 trade, personally.
Yeah,
You'd have to give up that.
we definitely win that trade though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If we're especially giving up Tom Kennedy, we automatically win.
No.
Let's see
A second, a fifth,
fifth.
David Montgomery and Tom Kennedy for Amir Abdullah.
I don't want to say this because I obviously love Tom Kennedy, but whenever we have this like Amir Abdullah Tom Kennedy trade talk, because we have it all the fucking time, it reminds me in Friends, that episode where they're trying to give away Joey's like home entertainment thing, and they meet the two guys and they're like, "You want a canoe?" And the one dude fucking built the canoe. You guys know what scene I'm talking about?
No.
Never seen Friends.
All right,
Yeah,
go.
same.
I've definitely seen Friends.
You guys haven't seen Friends?
Oh, I've seen all of Friends. I just wanted to say no. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Doesn't that remind you? Whatever.
Kind of, but I did want to point out while you were saying that I just want to make it known that Donnie Grinnell has more receiving touchdowns than Tom Kennedy himself.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Take that as you
Tom
will.
Kennedy has more passing touchdowns, though.
Oh,
For now.
For now.
no, he just.
What does
missed
that
it.
say, Donnie? What does that say?
Hey, if I have,
It means Donnie got demoted to offensive line, and Tom Kennedy's coming in at quarterback for our flag football team.
It's especially
hey,
crazy because that man didn't even play fucking college football.
If we got Tom
If
Kennedy
I
as our
have-
flag football quarterback, he wouldn't be able to steal over the offensive line.
Why are we talking
If
about
I
Tom
have,
Kennedy?
if I have more receiving touchdowns in my career than one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, hey, that's all good with me.
By one touchdown.
One.
I mean, if we're factoring the whole.
Honestly,
every
Donnie, you
wide
might have gotten
receiver
more
in the
snaps
NFL.
played.
Yeah, I definitely got more snaps to play.
Truthfully, yeah, you probably did. Clip it again, baby.
Well, last thing before we move into trivia in this short podcast, because this is one of the deader zones
Let's get it.
of the. But whoa, please don't interrupt me. Thank you. This is one of the less times that there's a lot of news. Free agency's coming up. Hopefully, it'll revive things. But the biggest thing to talk about is the John Cena heel turn. Is the biggest thing. I'm just kidding. we ain't talking about WWE.
Donnie got
down here.
so excited for a second.
did,
you
he
see
did.
that, man?
We would have had a 25,000 minute rant, but actually the last thing to talk about is the Deebo Samuel has been traded from the 49ers to the Commanders. Commanders obviously going all the way to the NFC Championship game, just not enough for what the Eagles have. But now adding someone to go alongside Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin, a huge deep threat.
Yep.
But now Deebo Samuel, really good in the slot, great short passes, and a great receiving / running back. Honestly, pretty huge for the Commanders going forward. I like to see that they decided, even though they made it that far, they're going to give more weapons for Jaden Daniels in year 2. I like it. I think it's a smart move, and this Commanders team just got even more dangerous.
Yeah, I'm very curious on how they're going to use Deebo, because I know the 49ers used to put him in run packages. I wonder if the Commanders will try and do the same thing, or they're just strictly going wide receiver for Deebo due to like health issues. I think that would be the best move personally. But yeah, the Commanders doing this is definitely giving Jane Daniels another weapon. They're definitely looking to try and win the East next year for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Of one of the farthest traveling trades from San Francisco all the way to DC, bro, has to be, which is insane.
He's got a whole offseason, so
That was kind of crazy. Yeah, Dallas, along those lines, I was going to say, I think that, I mean, Debo's a little, older now, and he's had some injuries, so maybe it limits him a little bit. But I do think that with an already fun to watch creative offense, this opens up a whole bunch of possibilities for what they can do. And man, the Commanders are not going to drop off next year, hopefully. Barring injuries, it looks like they are going to reload pretty strong.
And Colin just jinxed it. That's crazy.
We'll clip it. We'll see what happens.
Well, to say
Say,
that,
week 3, some really important player is going to snap their leg in half.
Donnie, your thoughts on the Deebo trade?
He's just mad about the John Cena heel turn.
Yeah, he's still mad about the John Cena heel turn.
God.
Between that and Juan Soto, he's having a great year.
Fuck Juan Soto. Juan Soto can eat a dick.
I can't believe he took his first pitch out of the park.
It wasn't his first pitch. It was not his first pitch. I watched the at-bat. It was like his third
First
You
at-bat.
watched the at-bat?
Yes, I watched it back. Shut up.
Go Juan Soto.
That's insane. Insane hating.
No. If I was
For
if
someone
I was,
that doesn't care that he's a Met now, you really seem to care. Anyway.
if I was the Commanders, I think it's an extra year of commitment because I think he has 2 years left versus Debo's 1. I would have rather gone out and got Cooper Kupp, honestly. I just think Cooper Kupp is better than Debo. I mean, they're both kind of at the end of their career. I know Debo's only 29, but like he's a beat up 29 with how they used him in San Fran. But I mean, Debo's only a 1 year rental. I think they're paying him a pretty good amount of money for this final year, but then like I don't really think it'll work out, but I mean, it's hard to hate on a 1 year deal. Commanders, I know now, don't have their 3rd, 4th, and 5th round pick in this draft, which I think is kind of interesting. If I was them, I would not be trading picks. I would be more willing to kind of do the opposite. Like, I understand you're kind of going all in, but like we just saw the Texans kind of try to go all in last year and it didn't really work. I think you go in, but I don't think you like mortgage everything this offseason. I would kind of do it a little bit more strategically over the next 2 or 3 off seasons than I would just all in all at once. But I mean, you can't really hate it. It's a 5th round pick for a guy who, even if he only gives you 1 good year, you'd be lucky for a 5th rounder to give you 1 halfway decent year. So hard to hate.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right, that's really it. Not much else to talk about. Next week, obviously, we'll have a lot to. Sorry.
We can talk about what did not happen. Technically on any field or anything involving any players. Did everybody heard about Ian Rappaport and Jordan Schultz getting in a fucking fist fight at Starbucks?
That's awesome.
Shout out
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
I don't know. Pat actually kept talking about it. Schultz there is actually the heir to the Starbucks brand. Like his dad owns Starbucks. I didn't know if you guys knew that. So like he's kind of like, he doesn't have to be a reporter, but like he's kind of choosing to be. And McAfee like was interviewing Rappaport and they asked him something about coffee and he was like, yeah, there's a lot of good coffee brands in Indianapolis outside Starbucks. And it was like kind of like, oh shit. It was just, that shit was so
I know
funny.
Ian Rappaport absolutely put the beat down on that man, just an FYI.
Bro, Ian Rappaport is hot. Like they build him at like 5'5", 140. That man is a fucking child. He would get ragged by Schultz.
No, negative.
Shit. That was a good couple of days of fucking roasting the shit out of both of them.
Next week on the podcast, we'll talk about, we'll go over every single possible free agent, and we'll say where they should go, if they'll go back to the team they're on. So next week, we'll have a little bit more to talk about, especially going through every single free agent. But a little bit shorter podcast this week. Dallas, let's get some trivia in.
All right.
Next week we need to create like a Lions wish list. Like everybody come up with 2 or 3 guys that you want to see the Lions go out, target or get. I think that would be interesting.
You
know what? All right, shared is not. Let me request the share.
Shit, sorry, my bad.
Jump on. Way to be prepared.
Kind of wild.
Why don't you start hosting these, Marshall?
You shut up.
Kind of wild the Lions didn't use their tag on anybody. They could have used it on Zietler or Carlton Davis, and they chose not to do either. I think that's weird.
Or me.
I mean, I know a wide receiver that scored a touchdown in a flag football league last Wednesday. That would probably be a pretty good asset.
What is this? Are we in school?
All right. In honor... Hold on.
Honor of Jeopardy?
Oh,
this is going to be Jeopardy. This was Donnie's idea in the group chat. He put, we should do a Jeopardy. I made a Jeopardy. So...
fucking go.
Let me lock in real quick.
Damn, there's a lot of categories here.
I know. I tried to delete at least one column.
How do we buzz in?
So that's gonna be the question. How do you guys want to buzz in? Do we want to just?
He goes last.
Just raise our hand.
Just sit on the raise hand button, and then whatever order we.
Oh my god, we have a fucking raise hand button.
We do have a raise hand button, so I didn't know how accessible that was.
Let's test it.
Where is that button?
Where the fuck is it?
It's under if you click react, and then there's a raise hand, and then it pops up like that.
So
and
let's see how
do it
quickly
in the order that.
Yep.
Let's see how quickly it works. Like.
So do a test run real quick.
All right, on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, Donnie's not.
Donnie better figure it out. Donnie better figure it out.
It should be good. I mean,
it does pop whoever did it first to the top.
Dallas, you just got to pick.
All right, are there rules about us having to finish reading the question before we can buzz in, or can we buzz in at any time?
So I believe it's a 3-second timer for the question, and then a 30-second timer to buzz in. Okay. I believe that's what it's set up to. All right. So the categories, I can't even see what this middle one is.
NFL nicknames.
Okay, NFL nicknames. That's right. So the categories. Let me redo this intro. All right, for YouTube.
Sure.
This is the Fourth and Wrong Jeopardy edition. NFL. You already know. You got your boys, Colin, Marshall, Donnie. I'm your host, Dallas, for Jeopardy today. The categories are first overall picks, Super Bowl, NFL record, NFL nicknames, jersey numbers, and name that draft class. So obviously Jeopardy rules. You get a couple seconds to see the question. First buzzer in answers the question. If you get it wrong, you get negative that points. All right. If you get it right, you get the points. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. And that's how it. That's the Jeopardy, man.
Colin's about to set a record in negative points on Jeopardy.
Question.
I'm not going.
Is there double?
I'm just not going to buzz in.
There's no double Jeopardy.
Oh, there's no double.
Oh, fuck, that'd have been sweet. Do you have a final Jeopardy or whatever it's called question at the end?
I do not. No.
Oh, you should have made a really hard.
You said
question.
you couldn't confirm nor deny if Billy Cannon was going to be the answer to Final Jeopardy.
Because I didn't have a final Jeopardy.
Then you could have denied it.
Well, I couldn't confirm it either.
How would you spin a wheel to see who goes first?
We could do that, yeah.
This kind of is the only really way you could determine that.
Is that how Jeopardy works?
Yeah.
Well, they normally have last week's winner go first, but we don't have a first week.
Yeah.
We don't have a first week.
It wouldn't have been Colin.
Someone go roll the tape. Hey, fuck you. I think it was Marshall. Marshall won last week. Marshall could just go first.
It was even.
All right, spinning the wheel for who gets to go first.
What the fuck was that, Marshall?
Do we have to do what is? Like, what is?
No.
It is Marshall. Marshall gets to go first.
Let's go.
So, Marshall, you get to pick the category and the dollar amount. You don't have to go in order.
Name that draft class for 500.
Okay, here we go. Start off hot. Name that draft class for 500. Billy Cannon, Jim Otto, and Larry Wilson. Go ahead, Marshall.
Oh my gosh. I got 30 seconds on. Let's go. 1957.
Let me turn this fucking music off. Say that again, Marshall. I couldn't
1957. 1957 is my answer.
That is incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie, Colin.
1962.
That is incorrect. Damn. Donnie.
Why the wait, we all have to guess.
Hey, I was gonna say
you don't have to.
Okay, now
you don't have to.
I ain't fucking I ain't taking a shot in the dark. I think it's like 1949, but I ain't giving an actual guess.
It's not 1949.
The answer
is
1960.
1960. Damn.
I thought Billy Cannon was.
I knew it was in the 60s.
All right,
back to me.
Back to you, Marshall.
Let's go. Let me get
jersey number 500.
Let me go jersey number for 500.
Is that jersey number for 500?
We're getting even today.
All right, jersey number for 500. With 27 active players wearing this number, what is the most worn number in the NFL currently?
Okay, I raised my hand.
Be like it.
Go ahead, Marshall.
Number 1.
That is incorrect.
Wow, off to a flying start.
Colin.
I'm gonna go 88.
That is also
That's a
incorrect.
Damn.
wild.
I'll throw out a guess means there's down so much. Is it number 11?
That is also incorrect.
All right, well,
The correct answer. The correct answer. Number 90.
Really?
There's 27.
I think we should
active
go
players.
Price is Right rules for this one, and I should get it because I was close.
shut up.
All right, Marshall, back
All
to
right,
you.
back up.
Please take a 100.
Should we go another 500?
Please,
Let's,
take a
let's,
100.
Dudes,
Let's do-
500. Lower
let's
your
do-
hand, Marshall.
let's do. Oh shit! My bad. Let's do first overall picks for 200.
First overall picks for 200. The first overall pick is the last defensive player to go number 1, Donnie.
That will be Trayvon Walker.
That is correct. There we go. We're on the
It
board.
was only 200.
All right,
You're
Donnie.
already
You
up
can
by
lower.
500, even though it's in the negatives.
All right, Donnie. You can now pick the category.
Let's go first overall pick for 100.
First overall picks for 100. This quarterback is the most recent first overall pick. It is Donnie.
Whoa! What?
It's a
On my screen, it also says Donnie is.
Yeah.
I hit that bitch very early.
Donnie
In
got
my screen, it definitely popped up with me first. I guess it's probably just my connection over
The
here.
first overall pick from last year's draft was Caleb Williams.
That is
Damn,
correct.
That's crazy because I literally raised my hand.
All
On
right.
my screen, it absolutely showed me. It literally did it, and I went to say it, and then all of a sudden, Donnie's hand went like that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm dead ass serious.
Let's go first overall picks for 300.
First overall picks for
Raised my hand a
300.
little quicker this time.
This first overall pick is the last to win an MVP out of first overall picks. Donnie.
God, I'm gonna feel like an idiot if I forget. Is it Cam Newton?
It is Cam Newton. Donnie is up $100 from 0. Colin,
Gotta
Marshall,
beat the lag here.
those 500s killed you guys.
Yeah. I should have guessed on
Going back
either.
to him.
I would be killing it if I
I was
wouldn't
close
have
on
guessed
both of those, and that's what pisses me off the most.
that. First overall picks for 400.
The 1989 NFL Draft is regarded as the greatest top 5 in draft history, but who was the number 1 overall pick? Donnie.
Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman is correct. Donnie with another
I'm
one.
so
there.
glad you did
This
a
is
draft.
this is brutal.
I wish I literally hit it as soon as the question popped up. It's just not wanting to do it fast. To be fair, I'm having connection problems all fucking day. Like you guys will just cut out for me sometimes, but this is gay. Or just press it now.
First overall
Might
picks
as well.
First overall picks for 500. In the 2013, this Central Michigan grad was the last tackle drafted number 1 overall. Marshall.
Oh, what? There's
I
no
definitely had it.
He's got it above me. It's
No, I'm
above.
saying he hit that shit before you even asked the question.
That's
Bullshit.
fine.
I read
That's
it.
fine. Then I'm just gonna do that every time. What the fuck are we doing?
Eric Fisher.
That is correct,
Yeah,
Marshall.
that's correct. Everybody knew that.
No, I read it. I just as soon as I read it, I put my hand up.
All right, Marshall.
You did not read that shit, you lying
As
motherfucker.
soon as I saw
My
it,
man's
Man's
put your
hand's
hand
still
down.
up.
Team.
Man's
You are
still
such a liar. There's no way you read it.
Oh, I read it. Super Bowl for 100.
This player holds the record for most Super Bowl wins. Donnie.
Tom Brady.
He didn't even read the question.
That is correct. Tom Brady.
Super Bowl 200.
This player has the most career touchdowns in Super Bowl history. Who is it?
There's literally we gotta fucking set something.
I
There's
read
no
it.
one. He's just hitting it before you even asked the question. watched it that time.
You did the same shit last question.
Marshall.
That man literally did not even have it clicked on, and you fucking hit it.
Bullshit. So here's the thing. Like, I don't know if
Oh,
it count. Like passing touchdowns as well. Tom Brady.
That is incorrect.
Oh shit.
It's Colin.
I'm gonna just
This man raised his hand. You can't unbuzzer. That's not how different works. No, he's got to answer. That's crazy.
damn.
Who was even said?
It's a Tom Brady. I'm gonna lower my hand. Colin's got a guess.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Put his hand up.
Come on, Colin.
No, I'm legit not guessing. I'll just take my L on this one.
Then you have then give him minus 200.
I'll throw Patrick Mahomes just so I at least have a guess.
All right, that is minus 200.
It is Patrick Mahomes.
Donnie, do you have a guess?
Did Marshall also guess?
Yeah.
Who did you say?
I said Tom Brady.
Oh, it's got to be Jerry Rice.
It is Jerry Rice with 8 career touchdowns.
I don't know what the fuck you guys were guessing. It's not a quarterback. It's who scored the touchdown.
This man put his hand down. I cannot believe that.
He said, "Oop, me," but
someone in Jeopardy in real life said, "Yes,
well,
player 2. Never mind."
They
real life.
Normally in Jeopardy, they re-click after each guess.
That is
if it's
true.
Incorrect, they
in
re-click.
Jeopardy.
So technically, I would have been able to.
On Alex Trebek, he would have beat your fucking ass. I
I
want you
think
to.
he's dead.
Well,
so.
he's
Hey, all right.
All right,
First off,
all right, Donnie, you pick the category.
let's see. Let's go with NFL nicknames for 100.
From 1999 to 2001, this team was given the nickname "The Greatest Show on Turf." Colin.
oh Rams, baby.
Yes, sir.
See,
That is
On the
correct.
board. Let's go.
I was confused for half a second. I thought we were gonna do the team, like the era of the team, and what was the nickname. So it threw me off.
Colin, you're up.
I gotta make up some ground here. Give me NFL nicknames for 500.
Okay. NFL nicknames for 500. This 2020's four-man offensive unit was given the nickname the Yak Bros for their high yards after catch totals. Which team was this? Marshall.
Fuck. Well, because I don't know. I had a guess, but then I realized there's only 3 of them. So this 2020. Just the team.
Yep.
I go Chiefs.
It is not the Chiefs. Colin, Donnie.
I've never heard that nickname in my fucking life.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And why are you sitting there acting like you're looking, motherfucker? Like, shut the fuck up. You're like, oh, never heard of it.
All right. You guys good on it?
Yeah, I'm not risking getting.
It's gonna be
myself
somebody
in
dumb like the
trouble than I
fucking
already
Ravens.
am.
It is the 49ers with Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel,
Ah.
Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that. That would
The
have been
Yak
10th
Bros.
on my.
I was thinking
That
it's
sounds
with-
awful.
I was thinking a team with Christian McCaffrey, but I would not expect Deebo Samuel to have a lot of yards after catch.
All right, Colin, back to you.
We'll go NFL records for 100.
All right. What NFL team has the most regular season wins in NFL history?
I don't want to hear shit, bro. He said what NFL, and you had your hand already raised.
Donnie.
This is just regular season, not the entire season, right?
It says most regular season wins, yes.
That's gonna be the New England Patriots.
That is incorrect.
How the fuck is that incorrect?
Marshall.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
That is also incorrect.
Are you saying like in all of NFL history or a single season?
All of history.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh, like team history. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's completely different. I
mean, that's
I
what the
think
question
everybody-
says.
I would say I think that everybody took that.
I took it as an NFL history. That's what it says.
Regular season.
I didn't put regular season.
Single regular.
Single regular season. Are you good, Colin?
I don't have a guess then.
Colin, you raised your hand.
I misinterpreted the question.
Colin, you know who it is. Like, come on. Now that we have that context, you have to know who it is. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
5.
I swear to God.
Just because I don't want to risk saying something stupid.
All right. It is the Green Bay Packers.
Jesus Christ.
811 wins.
They're the oldest team.
I thought it was the Titans, man.
The Titans. Colin, back to you.
All right. We'll go jersey number for 100.
All right. What number did Drew Brees wear on the Chargers? Marshall.
Damn it, I saw Drew Brees and now I forgot what number he wore on the Chargers. Was it .9? Shit.
I think is it a trick question?
I'm gonna go 9. I don't want to fuck it up.
It is 9.
Okay,
Correct.
I think it was a trick because I don't
That
remember.
was
that was definitely a
I tried to trick somebody there. Marshall.
Somebody. I wonder who that somebody was.
It was gonna be Colin. I knew it.
You thought I was gonna do exactly what Marshall did.
Did I get my 100 points?
Yep, I give you your 100.
Just make sure every point counts.
Marshall, you're up on the
Gotta
board.
be there for double jeopardy.
Can't wager negative
for
points.
300.
Super Bowl 300. There are 2 teams tied for the most losses in Super Bowl history. Name at least one of them, Marshall.
The Bills.
That is incorrect.
He braces.
He's like, actually, me.
Donnie.
Me.
If it's the Bills, it's got to be fuck. No. It's not. God damn, I'm gonna be wrong. It's not the Vikings.
It is not the Vikings.
Damn it! What the?
Colin, do you have a guess?
I'm drawing a fucking blank.
Can I go Steelers?
It is not the Steelers. The correct answer is the Patriots and Broncos each have 5 losses in the Super Bowl.
Damn it, the Bills have.
I wouldn't have thought Broncos.
I was trying to think.
I know they won a few of them, but I would not have guessed that they would have lost.
Patriots have lost 5 Super Bowls.
Back to me.
Back to
Name
you,
that
Mark.
draft class for 100.
Hold on.
Oh.
Sorry.
Name that draft class for 100. Calvin Johnson, Adrian Peterson, and Joe Thomas. Marshall.
That would be the 2007 draft class.
Motherfucker literally said Calvin Johnson. I hit the button.
That is correct. 2007. Marshall, back to you.
Name that draft class for 200.
J.J. Watt, Von Miller, and Julio Jones. Marshall.
Okay, there's
again.
no way. I literally
2011.
watched it. I
2011.
watched me go first.
2011.
And then it comes
Let's see. It is 2011, Marshall.
in. There's genuinely
Correct.
no fucking
That's
way.
what happened to me on that one.
I literally watched it. Shot me to the front, and then it shot you to the front a full like half second after me. There's no fucking way.
Name that draft class for 400.
Oh, skipping to 4. Okay. Ray Lewis, Marvin Harrison, and Terrell Owens. Marshall.
1996.
That is correct.
Ooh.
Marshall. Starting the
Not a
battle.
negative at this point.
Starting the battle.
Name that draft class for 300.
Drew Brees, Michael Vick, and LaDainian Tomlinson.
This man saw Drew Brees.
Somebody had to do it. Marshall, you're hitting that motherfucker quicker than shit, bro.
My God.
Oh my gosh.
Truthfully,
I think I just
saw
got
Drew
in my own
Brees and
head.
said, "Fuck
I
it."
did. Is it 2003?
It is
No,
not 2003.
It's 2001.
Say it again, Marshall.
2001.
It is 2001.
Damn.
He saw Drew Brees.
I did.
Click.
Also, crazy to think that the Chargers drafted both Drew Brees and LT in the same year.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a draft right there.
We'll go Super Bowl for 400.
There are 4 NFL teams with a 100 win percentage in the Super Bowl. Name one of those teams. Donnie.
The Bucks.
That is correct. The Buccaneers, Ravens, Saints, and Jets all have never lost in the Super Bowl.
Jets wouldn't have been a bad guess.
Donnie, up to you.
Let's finish off Super Bowl for 500.
What Super Bowl has the record for most total points scored in Super Bowl history? Donnie.
Do you want the number? Or can I just say the teams?
I need the number. What Super Bowl is it?
Fucking bitch. I believe it was. I think it was 52. Eagles, Pats.
That is incorrect.
It's gonna just be the fucking numbers wrong. I know that's not.
Marshall, you had your hand up next.
Okay, I read the question wrong.
Is that wrong?
Okay. So I gotta give you just the Super Bowl number, right?
Yep. Which Super Bowl is it?
Okay.
Who the fuck knows the numbers to the Super Bowls? I know who played them. I don't know the goddamn numbers.
Hold on.
That man is definitely looking it up right now.
I'm with my eyes closed. Do you not see my eyes closed counting?
Because you come with a fucking spotlight on your face. That's a Google open sheet if I've ever fucking seen it.
Dog, I have the presentation in front of me.
57.
That is incorrect.
Oh, 57 was my guess.
Colin, do you have a guess?
Colin said that's what Google.
58.
That is also incorrect.
Fucking 53 is
the correct answer. Super Bowl 29. The 49ers beat the Chargers 49-26 for a total of 75 points.
I would not have guessed that it was that long ago. I figured it was one of
So
those.
it's a $500.
$500
question. That was my second guess.
Should be
Marshall,
Donnie's.
your hand is still raised.
Oh, sorry. I always forget to do that. Should be Donnie's.
All right, Donnie.
So.
Let's go. Jersey number for 200.
How low of a score do you think I can get?
We're gonna find out. That's for sure. Jersey number for 200. What number did Amir Abdullah wear for the Lions? Marshall.
My time to shine, baby. Number 21.
This is the dumbest fucking thing we've ever done.
I still would have gotten that wrong. I would have said 22.
Even I know it, and I hate that man more than anybody.
I saw Amir Abdullah. I said, mine. Give me NFL jerseys for 300.
NFL jerseys for 300. What number did Dan Campbell wear while on the Lions? Marshall.
89.
That is correct.
Jerseys numbers for 400.
What number did Jalen Hurts wear his rookie year? Marshall.
0.
That is incorrect.
Damn, I'm thinking of someone else.
Colin.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
what
an
number?
idiot. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm an idiot. Why the fuck?
Was it 1?
His jersey number 9.
Oh, that's his jersey number. I thought he was 2. No.
I know. If we're fucking going down the goddamn line.
I thought he was wearing 2 now. That's my bad.
Colin, ain't no way Colin reversed it. Colin said.
I totally
Colin
did.
said.
I thought he wore 2 at
Colin
first.
thought it was
I thought he
another
was wearing
trick.
number 2 now. No, he used to wear number 2, Colin.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's crazy.
Donnie got it. He said.
1, 2.
Colin, you are
There we go. Number 2. Had to fix the points there.
Hey, if I win out, it's mine.
I don't know if it is.
Went out. I still don't think you get to even.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Right now, it's a Donnie Marshall battle.
That's 1,000 right there.
Let's go for
800.
NFL records.
Yeah, I wouldn't even get back to positives.
NFL records for 500. This player has the record for most seasons leading the league in all-purpose yards with 5. Who is that player? Donnie.
I believe it is Darren Sproles.
That is incorrect.
Son of a bitch.
Fucking loser.
Go fucking suck a dick, Colin. Shut the fucking minus 2,600 big ass. Shut the fuck. Ain't no way you're talking shit. You can shut the fuck up.
Damn, the guy heated.
Ain't no fucking way.
Colin, go for a guess, man. You can only get even or get even worse.
Marshall or Colin?
I'm leaving it.
Colin,
Yeah,
get even or
I
get
can't even get
worse.
to I can't even get back to 0 at this point.
You could still potentially win based off of negatives.
You could. I was gonna say you could still get at least.
I don't have a guess for this, so I know I'm going to get it wrong. I'm not going to do more damage for myself.
Oh, you got it.
I'm not going to
Marshall,
break negative 3,000.
I don't have a guess.
I'm ashamed. Nobody had a guess.
Shot's not Darren Sproles.
Hall of Famer Jim Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
That's crazy.
I would have never guessed that.
I should have thrown that out there as a joke. God damn it.
You'd have thrown out Billy Cannon. Shut the fuck up.
You would
You're
have.
right, I would have.
Donnie, back to
And then
you.
I would have left the Zoom if I had guessed Billy Cannon and then it was Jim Brown.
Nicknames for 200.
Nicknames for 200. This defensive tackle got his nickname based off of his size, comparing it to a kitchen appliance. Donnie.
William Refrigerator Perry.
That is correct.
His favorite thing in the household.
Okay. Donnie, back to you. Donnie, back to you.
Nickname for 300.
You don't like the fridge.
Nicknames for 3. This former player turned coach got his nickname by stepping up at the critical moments and making big plays on defense.
Big play slate.
Matt Patricia.
Get the fuck out of here.
Genuinely, who the fuck is this?
Donnie.
It's nothing to do with making it. It's got to be Deion Sanders.
That is correct. Deion Sanders prime time.
I wasn't thinking
NFL
prime time.
coach.
I was thinking Neon Deion. I was like, that has nothing to do with making big plays.
Donnie.
All right, nicknames 400.
I believe Donnie could clinch it here, if I'm not mistaken. This player shares a nickname with the popular Marvel superhero Wolverine, portrayed by Hugh Jackman. Marshall.
Ooh.
Say, I don't know how you guessed this so quickly.
It's Brian Dawkins, isn't it?
That is correct. Weapon X.
Yeah.
Brian Dawkins.
Wolverine's known as Weapon X.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is. We
Oh,
still...
is it? Mhm.
All right, Marshall.
Is it even possible?
If you win out, no.
I think Donnie will have to.
Donnie would
Donnie
have
had
to
to
get
get
one
one wrong.
I would have to get one wrong and you get it right. So yes, it is possible.
Might as well go for the 400.
I'll go 200. Just because Colin said that. Bad juju.
This quarterback has the record for most 500-yard passing games with 3. Who is that player? Marshall.
I was thinking immediately Joe Burrow, but I only think he has 2. Don't know. Yeah, 10 seconds. Could be Matt Schaub. I'm gonna go Joe Burrow.
That is incorrect.
Is it Matt Schaub?
I really don't know who this is. I don't have a guess, Colin.
Nope.
I think it's got to be like, is it Tom Brady? I wouldn't guess that.
The correct answer is Ben Roethlisberger.
I would not have guessed.
I guess that would.
We did just do a all-time passer, like single game ranking.
I was
records
gonna,
for
actually, now that I
300.
think about it.
I was gonna guess it would have been crazy. I was thinking Jameis Winston maybe. That would have been wild. Though.
That does sound like a Jameis Winston stat.
Literally.
NFL records for 300. This player has the most points scored in an NFL career with 2,673 points. Who is that player? Donnie.
Adam Vinatieri.
That is correct. And then the last selection here, NFL record for 400. This player has the record for most seasons played on one team with 21. Who is that player? Donnie.
Fuck, I might have fucked myself. God damn, it's one or two guys. But means Marshall didn't guess immediately. I'm gonna guess it's the other guy. Is it George Blanda with the Raiders?
That is incorrect.
Fuck. I got another guess.
Colin.
I don't know his name.
Okay, what?
The long snapper for the Lions that played there for
Don
fucking
Muhlbach?
ever. Yes, Don Muhlbach.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
Oh, Lord.
For some reason, I had the idea
sure.
that Muhlbach played fullback.
We'll go. It's not Tom Brady.
I feel like it's a guy for the Raiders. I just got his name wrong.
Oh, Connor Cook. He said for the Raiders.
Donnie thought we were going a whole episode out of Connor Cook. He wasn't wrong.
Hey, I got a story about Connor Cook after the podcast.
Please don't.
Oh, no.
I'll go with. We'll throw out Amir Abdullah because why not? If we're throwing out
Is it Jason Hansen?
No.
I didn't think.
No, Jason Hansen's only played for Lions for like 15 years.
It is Jason Hansen for the Detroit Lions.
See,
21 years.
I thought it was either the guy that I guessed or it was going to be Jason Hansen, but means Marshall didn't put his hand up for Jason Hansen. I figured it had to be the other.
I didn't think he was anywhere near Jason Hansen.
Jason Hansen played for a long time.
He did. So Donnie wins Jeopardy.
Damn, I ended up right at 3,000 when I said, I hope I don't break 3,000.
Colin, Marshall in the negatives, unfortunately. But yeah, that's Jeopardy here for the Fourth and Wrong podcast.
I don't know that CSV.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing.
I would brag about that win, but me being the only person not in the negative isn't very braggy worthy, I feel.
Team Donnie. All right. Is that it?
Yeah.
That is it.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching this episode of the Fourth and Wrong podcast. We will see you guys next week where free agency starts to kind of kick off. We'll get into that. We'll start getting into some draft stuff. And the NFL New Year, technically, will start to unfold. But thank you guys for watching. We will see you next week. Peace.